Sick?
Yeah, it was good. And it was getting old. Now, how old are you?
I'm 63.
I'm 63. I'm 63 also. He was 90.
90?
90, but he did.
Wow.
Yeah, Alphonse LeBlanc, he lived a good life. So, of course.
What?
What? What do you mean, what? What kind? You're supposed to be the Minister of Health. You look like you're in bad shape.
Oh, it's Friday.
Look at the eyes.
Oh yeah, I know. I got a little issue going on there. Anyways.
Have you seen a doctor? You have a doctor?
I have. And anyways, I got a little ointment for it, and I've been putting it on there.
You're coughing? You're doing everything?
Well, I'm choking on a little chocolate bar.
What do you do? Phone 811 to get you got your own doctor? Or?
Actually, eVisit NB has been a real success, and they've actually had about 70,000 people call and get an appointment and talk to either a doctor or a nurse practitioner or a nurse, and either set up an appointment.
You mean the 811 system?
No, the 811 is another opportunity, but the eVisit NB, again, you can find it on the web.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, I know. It rolled out. eVisit.
Oh, eVisit. Okay.
eVisit. 70,000 people, and within 15 minutes that's the average. They've had a return call to have an appointment or have a contact. They figure they've diverted about 79% of those 70,000 calls from the emergency room.
I would believe that, because I have an individual that I even contacted you about, and this individual called 811, and she tried to go inside the walking clinic that you had to dial. Yeah. She dialed for about a week, couldn't get through, but she phoned 811.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, arrangement, see the doctor, everything was fine.
And it's all the technology is coming together, and teamwork, of course. Everybody has to work as a team. But they know where the clinic appointments are. And even within the eVisit, to go back to that, they can renew a prescription. You can go to your pharmacist, renew a prescription for birth control, urinary tract infection, some of those things.
It's too much good news there. Come on, people are going to fall. People are falling asleep. Come on.
October is the first month that social development recipients who have are receiving CPP don't get the first $200 clawed back. So that's money in your pocket.
Yes, thanks to you. And and you call it the what again?
Well, it's a clawback, not having a clawback of the CPP.
No, what's the name you call it?
Oh, social assistance.
No, what is it? What do you name it?
Oh, it's called the Charles LeBlanc clause.
The Charles LeBlanc clause. Yeah, that's it. No, I got to sit down with the premier. Those are good news.
I know.
Now, come on, you can't have just these videos promote all the good news. We got to come up with some bad news.
Doggy sees a squirrel.
Oh yeah, Doggy always sees squirrels. He's either squirrels or met heads. Yeah, speaking of met heads.
I know. It's difficult. I feel so bad for them. You know, they've gotten to a point in their life where they've turned to drugs to try and cope, and it's just beyond.
You do something stupid, then you have a record. Then you can't get a job. You can't, because you did something stupid. So then you say, F it. Then suddenly, Crystal, man, I just thought about this one. It's just people have no reason to live, because they say the society don't want me, so F it. But then they turn around when they do it, the drugs, they leave an awful mess. And
it's tragic, and I know there's a lot of people in the sector trying to help. I mean, I know in Greater Moncton, St. John, Fredericton, up in Miramichi, Bathurst, there's a lot of people trying to help people who are having these addictions and having these issues, because it usually leads to homelessness and, again, some of the other tragic incidents like violence and whatnot. So,
it's terrible, but what can you do?
Well, the government continues to work with our partners, stakeholders. We're not
stakeholders. I hate that word. Stakeholders. I hate that word. I hate that. I despise that. Because people say, "What stakeholders? What stakeholders?" Is it like so-called Dr. Sarah Davidson? I mean, is that a stakeholder? Sorry, focus.
Yeah. We did a tour down there. A premier went down, and she told us that's a unique a unique kind of clinic because it partners with UNB and does some of the research
Yes.
and uses some of the students in training to go forward. But yeah, no, there's
Two outstanding gentlemen.
outstanding in the
See,
field.
that's what happens when you take crystal meth. They don't know what they're saying. You know, call us outstanding gentlemen.
Right on.
But the bottom line is, why you as health minister, why don't you? They said, well, we don't want. If we have a campaign and say no to drugs, but it's not going to work. We're not talking about drugs. We're talking about crystal meth.
I know.
Tell
Mind
the kids, say no to crystal meth. I mean, but the government don't seem to want to do that.
Well, and again, there's a significant amount of progress in that whole mental health and addictions. I mean, we can't solve all the problems of the world in one day, but you know, we continue to try. Unfortunately, more and more people are going on. So that goes to that bigger part, you know, of the whole, you know, how did people get that way and why is that their coping mechanism, and just go downhill to that
We had a
point.
party. We took bennies. We took black beauties. We were tired. That's what we did. Or a hit of acid. Don't say you that never did, because we
I
all
didn't.
did. But
Never.
come on, no, say.
No.
Anyway, so turn around. But now it's at a party. Hey man, try some vape. Try some meth. It's not going to disturb you. But then you take it on a Friday, then you're in need of it on Wednesday. That's
That
what
is
happened.
tragic.
One final note. Okay, so I know a person that was in Miramichi Hospital last night, arrived there, chest pain, and she was still there 6 hours later, waiting for a doctor in Miramichi. So what happens when somebody goes, hey Ross, when somebody, we always acknowledge the backbenchers.
I know. Look, I don't even say hello anymore because, you know, I don't want to disturb you because I know you hate the back.
No, you were good as a minister.
You don't like the little people.
No, that's not true. But so somebody goes and wait. What do? Just
Well,
they call 811 or what's
no, well, and again, there's definitely getting expectation service in the emergency room is something people want, and that's why, again, we're trying to educate the public of why, you know, they should go. And certainly chest pains is something you should do now. And they're met, and they're triaged. People are triaged to see what, you know, how severe it is, and there's a level 1 to 5. And if they're 1, then that's an emergency stat, and
Go in.
people get moved. Anyways, and I
And you're
can't,
not a doctor,
can't
so-
talk to specific issues. No, but again, and diverting people from the emergency room is important so that the doctors are available for emergencies that do come in. And that's what some of those things that we talked about. The other thing is the EMTs are back on the ambulance after the course. There's a course starting October 17th in Moncton, and they hope to be in the ambulance by Christmas.
Who do you listen to besides your boss, Blaine Higgs?
I listen to Charles LeBlanc.
Charles LeBlanc?
Yeah.
You know Yogi Segal?
Oh yes, I had a letter from him. We had a meeting.
Have you had a meeting with him?
Yep.
Have you listened to him?
I listened to him. We were looking
Face to face?
It was a Zoom, so it was Zoom.
Oh, Zoom, yeah,
Is
okay.
that face to face?
Yeah, because the freshmen talk with their hands, so he'll be so emotionally wound up. Maybe he'll turn around. No, but he
Well,
wasn't.
and it's
He
more
was my
efficient.
doctor, and
Was he?
he was my doctor, and until he got transferred at the emergency ward, he's the head one emergency ward. And when I took my seizures, he showed up. I said, "Oh my God!" He saw my name coming through the board, and he's such a beautiful doctor and a smart one at that.
Yes, yeah.
Do you listen to people like that?
Yeah, exactly. We solicit suggestions and information. Some of them are unsolicited, some of them are solicited. And I was at an event last night for the New Brunswick Medical Society. There was a number of doctors there. We had great conversations. I met a number of first-year medical students, and I encouraged them to come to New Brunswick. I said, we want you, we will hire you, and good luck in your courses, and remember New Brunswick.
But you're a politician, you're a psychologist, you listen. So what are you going to do for action like people?